preseason is here. A fourth exhibition game is a thing of the past. It's the Barons and the Giants, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight, it's a preseason matchup between the Brooklyn Barons and the New York Giants. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you, and now we sit, CD, at week 3 of the preseason, and this is the one that the coaches probably think is pretty valuable, right?
Certainly. This is the dress rehearsal. This is the one where your starters are going to play. You might even game plan a little bit more than you do with a normal preseason game, and then you've got to decide, do you bring them back after halftime and get them going again in the third quarter so they're ready to go when the regular season begins? I'm eager to see how these coaches will handle that.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Take it in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, it's Zach Wilson.
And we all know the scouting report on him. He can attack the field at all levels with a very strong arm and make big-time plays off schedule. We also see a player with confidence and swagger. We see a guy who knows how to lead a team, who knows how to compete, and wants to be great every time he hits the field.
Here's Wilson to throw right away. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack. How about the defense there trying to set the tone on the very first play of the game?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a glow here tonight because they brought the heat right out of the gate. What a good job establishing the tone for this one.
A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early second and long they're facing. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson buying time to his left. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And that is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he had the play diagnosed perfectly there.
On third down, Wilson. And that is incomplete. On now is the punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Take it at the 37. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
It hasn't taken Herbert long to earn the status as one of the league's best and most entertaining passers. He's locked and loaded on every snap, and the second he sees an opening, the ball's soaring downfield. You've got to be on your A game at all times against him. The second you slip up, he's liable to burn you.
Herbert on first down now. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Throwing again on second down. Herbert. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down. Justin Herbert looking to pass.
That one to the sideline, and a nice catch there. He stays in bounds, but a penalty marker is down as well. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Back to throw here, Herbert. He finds him again, Saquon Barkley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. They went with the nickel defensively, so they got 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel look, 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
They'll go again with Hall.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Here's Wilson.
A throw to the flat for Carter. That one a first down pickup of 8.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets it,
trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Giants touchdown.
Well, for the offense, it looked like that drive had the makings of something good. They were starting to hit a groove, but the defense clearly had other ideas, not only to force the turnover, but to handle the scoring themselves.
Yeah, no panic in their eyes, was there, partner? Think about it this way. A Hall of Fame coach once told me the best characteristic he liked out of his teams was that they didn't flinch. This group, they got pushed back in an early series, kept their composure, and made a big play that swung the momentum their way.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to return.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left them work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19. On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. He completes that to Garrett Wilson.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson.
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end, because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
Kayvon Thibodeau
able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
So that time, Charles, a quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely, because remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down.
They'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play.
Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. Second and 9 from the 44. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
On first down, it's Herbert. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. Fighting through it, he's got space. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On first and 10, Herbert. Throw left side, complete to Tony. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
Herbert operating from the red zone.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball. Defense able to do their job. And here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it first and 10. Now it's Wilson.
And this is incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. Here's Wilson. He finds Corey Davis. And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on third. Here's Wilson to throw. This pass out wide to Hall.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And it will be first and 10 as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a second down and 2 coming up. Herbert's throw taken in by Samuel.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. Herbert. And it's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Running left, it's Barkley. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Herbert now. We'll get this out to Barkley, complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
On first down, Justin Herbert. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Here's Herbert. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Taking it about the 1. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Hall.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Play action. It's Wilson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Kayvon Thibodeau
in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks are starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Now it's Wilson. Open man is Uzama. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to make it 4th down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And they'll send out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. His throw incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Bryce Hall.
And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to get with the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They take over here with good field position thanks to that nice return after the interception as they're already in the red zone, 1st and 10. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
After the interception, here's Wilson. It's caught by Davis. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Bryce Hall
from 8 yards out.
And the Barons have cut it back within a score.
Well, we know he can run the ball. There he shows he has the ability to do a little bit more.
That's what you call a complete player. A guy who can run it, catch it, probably can protect the passer when necessary, but his skills are best used when you get the ball in his hands.
And that's the thing. When you've got an athlete like that, you want to get the ball to him in multiple ways, right?
Without a doubt, because he often creates mismatches about who can cover him, whether he's coming out of the backfield or even lining up like a receiver.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. And New York set to take the field.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. Here's Herbert. Over the middle, complete. That's Hoffman. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now Herbert off the bootleg. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hoffman. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Over the middle, complete. That's Hoffman.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. And his throw here's incomplete. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Again, Herbert. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get down.
This is caught. It's Robinson with a Giants touchdown.
It's a 6-yard touchdown pass, and they're able to add on to their advantage. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now stands at 13. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it was finished up by a touchdown catch from Wan'Dale Robinson. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25.
Holding. Receiving.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. He finds his man complete. That's Wilson.
On the counter, it's Hall.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles, really in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
On 3rd down, Wilson.
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They bring their punter out there now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That's taken it around the 40. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards.
And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10.
Herbert on 1st down now. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. This is caught by Robinson.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Herbert?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, then curls back inside for the completion.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Hoffman.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Herbert back to the air. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. And he'll be brought down at the 27. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun, Herbert on third down. Got his target, Samuel. And he will have a Giants first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
2nd and 14. Herbert. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hoffman. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Herbert now. Completes it to Samuel. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. To the air again, Herbert. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Herbert. He's got it. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll run with Barkley, and he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Giants will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. This offense back to work now late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Caught. It's Wilson. And it's a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And some space here. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. Charles, they are putting on a show right now. I mean, with that fumble return for the touchdown, you think about the size of this advantage. Heck, it's a 4-score game right now, and we're still in the first half.
That has to be the highlight, Brandon, with how frequently we see fumbles return to the house. But if you aren't inclined to pick this as the game signature play so far, You do have no shortage of alternatives to select from. This has been nothing short of a clinic, and as noted, we still have a half a ball to play.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Week 3 of the preseason is here. Everyone wrapping up their exhibition schedule. No games for the league on Labor Day weekend, and then it all begins. The 17-game regular season gets underway on the Thursday after Labor Day with the NFL kickoff game. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
This fielded right at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. In trouble, and he's taken down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
He finds his man, complete. That's Hoffman. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's Wilson to throw.
This pass out wide to Hall.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now Wilson completes it to Davis. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
A handoff for Hall.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now it's Wilson. Throw right side, caught by Davis. Able to slither by. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10, as they've got it to the 28-yard line. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Throwing again on second down. Wilson firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll run with Hall. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up 4th down. As we surmise, Charles, most of the starting units still out there for this 3rd quarter. First time this preseason that they played into the second half.
And that's by design. Most of the time by this point of the preseason, you want them to go into the half, cool down, and then come back out and warm up to start the 3rd quarter like you would a regular season game. That's exactly what they wanted to get done.
And his kick is good. And that will cut the lead down to 3 scores at 24. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
And the Giants ready to come out now.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
Back to throw here, Herbert. He finds his man, complete. That's Hoffman. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Herbert.
Robinson hauling it in outright.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
That's another beautiful throw right there. It gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another 1st down there.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Out of the gun, Herbert. He finds his man, complete. That's Hoffman.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Again, Herbert. And that's incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at? Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
After the interception, here's Wilson.
That's complete. It's Elijah Moore.
Play action. Now Wilson. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. Wilson. And he's got a man, Corey Davis.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Running left, it's Hall.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Wilson.
And this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
On third down, Wilson.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Back to the ground with Hall.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Hall again on 2nd down.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Wilson. It's caught by Davis. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 21.
Hall on to give up the middle. He was brought down there by Julian Love.
From the 16, Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns.
So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
And New York set to take the field.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. And on now is the punter, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. 35 yards that time on the punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down. At the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field. There are a lot of guys playing this game. There's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And some room to work. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another 1st down on the pickup of 5 yards. Well, a clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. He will push his way down to about the 14.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. O.J. Howard from 4 yards out. And the Giants have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th.
You got it figured out by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Extra point forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent.
Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football.
Well, stating the obvious, this is going to be one that the rookie quarterback is going to want to forget pretty quickly.
And what quarterback has not gone through this in their rookie year?
Yeah, they all have. I guess it's cliche, but these are the ones you hope to grow from, right?
It's just part of life on the road in the NFL. He has to learn from it and grow.
The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
And they can run this score up even further as they begin this drive with a 1st and goal and that huge lead.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. From 4 yards out.
And the Giants start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to, because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, trying to help him shake it off, because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
On 1st and 10, Middleton.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Looking to throw, Middleton. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. They'll look to throw again. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
They'll run with Carter.
Gets around him. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Back to throw. Middleton. Escaping the pressure right. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. This is caught. Touchdown. C.J. Uzomah from 3 yards out. And the Barons get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was capped off by a touchdown pass to Breece Hall. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. And now out come the Giants. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Now Darnold. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he will have a Giants first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd down, Corbin. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. On 3rd down, Corbin. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down. Middleton. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st down, Middleton looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. To throw on 2nd down, Middleton to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But thankfully, this is corralled by the offense, so they will, in fact, hold on to the football. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Flush to his right. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Showed some of his improv skills there, getting flushed out of the pocket, but still able to make the throw for the score.
So that means he's not a method actor?
No.
Because with the improv means break character when you need to. And in the NFL, when you have those guys chasing you, sometimes you have to break character in a big way. But I love the fact that he stayed downfield, kept his eyes up, and made the play. How many rookies do that well?
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.